what am I doing here? You know, I bust my every single day to very little results.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, cheers. Boom. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hatagwa. I'm a Sierra Leonean American living here in West Africa. And if you want to know what the last month was like for me here in West Africa, then this is the video for you. All right, cool. So I'm gonna just take you through the last 4 weeks of my life here in Africa. So we'll just get right into it. All right, first things first. So let's get back into the house updates. You know, I'm building a house in Sierra Leone right now. And as you know, I had to wait 21 days for the cement to dry. So in the last video, I talked about how they put those wooden boards up and they had those sticks in each of the different locations to hold the ceiling up, while the plaster was, the cement was plastered on top of it, and as it dried. So it needed to dry for 21 days. Now that it's done, so I'm gonna show you what that looks like, and you kind of get an idea of what the completed house looks like, at least in terms of the structure, without windows, without doors, or without anything else done. But you'll now see the walls, all of the holes for the places for doors, and the windows, and then the ceiling now that it's done. So check it out. All right, cool. So what you're seeing here is the ceiling after they've done the plastering, and now we're just gonna get a tour through the entire property. So you see that the wood is all across the top there. They've reinforced it with other wood, and they've now removed those sticks that were all around, and they're in the process of removing the sticks in the other rooms. So we're walking into what's going to be my closet and the bedroom here. So this is going to be the main bedroom. That's the kitchen or kitchenette. We're walking through the living room area right now. This guy is going through the process of pulling the sticks down. So this is what they do to pull the sticks down. Now this is what the other bedroom is going to look like. They've already removed the sticks there. You see a wire hanging out of the wall, or like a tubing hanging out the wall. That's where wiring is going to go. That's where the other bathroom is going to be. And now you're just looking at it as it's been mostly completed. So they've removed almost everything from the ceiling. So this is now what the cement looks like on the other side of what the wood was looking like when the wood was kind of across the top there. And so now you can see that they've kind of cleaned up, removed all the debris from the ground. And now this is what it looks like to walk around inside the property. So obviously this is just the raw cement everywhere. They're obviously going to be plastering this and painting it. And they still have to include the electricity. So you see these wires, these black wires hanging out of the wall. This is where light switches are going to go and light bulbs are going to go. And some other, so some of the other electrical outlets. And so these are just the tubes that are going to lead down into some of the electrical outlets, and you'll see how they actually do that. But they wanted to just make sure that they had places for all of it. So this is actually one of the bathrooms. This is going to be the second bedroom's bathroom, and there's a window there. The space is kind of small, but it's not meant to be so large. This is going to be like a guest house, so it's not going to be a really big space. So as you keep walking through, we're now in the living room area, and you can see that they're just doing the final touches to removing everything out of the space. So there's still some wood you see on the rooftop in there. You can see the guy standing up on a ladder removing some of the rest of it, but most of it has been taken care of. So yeah, this is what the other bedroom looks like. Okay, cool. So that was the Sierra Leone house update. On to the next. Okay, cool. Now on to the updates in Ghana. So I went to a Jameson Connect event. I don't know if you guys know Jameson whiskey. I'm not a whiskey drinker. I no longer drink hard liquor, but I went to this Jameson event because they were a client of ours when I was working at Jumia. So I went there, met with the country manager. It was a really cool event, actually. What they did was they basically made the whole thing this outdoor area, which you'll see in a second. They deck it out with Jameson paraphernalia and logos and everything. And what they did was they had like a skateboard park, they had a big stage where people performed, they also had DJs all day long. So the thing started at 12 noon and it went till midnight. So it was an all-day event. I went for a couple of hours, but it was a really cool event, so check it out. All right, guys, so I am on my way to the Jameson Connect event. It's at a place called Untamed Empire. It's near the airport here in Accra, Ghana. They're putting on an event for the Jameson product. They're really focused right now on getting people to experience it and to experience Jameson and Pernod Ricard as a whole. They're one of our clients for Jumia, and so we got, of course, an invite, and so I'm gonna head out and check it out. So let's go. Okay, thank you. Excuse me.
No, I'm not going now. Okay. I'll be right back. Hello.
Hi. So they give you a cup so that you can get Jameson here at this stand here to get your free glass of Jameson. As you guys know, I don't drink, so I won't be getting any Jameson, but it is available to us. Now let's take a look at this event. It's actually pretty nice. It's a big event. So there's a little bit of a stand over here where you can take pictures. There's this Jameson truck.
Photo bomb.
They have a stage. Cocktails. I got a half pipe here, which is interesting. Some seats.
Yesterday. So we're celebrating everything Ghana today. From the food, to the drinks, to the clothes, to the vibes, everything. We're celebrating Ghana today. We're connecting with everything Ghanaian today. A lot of artists are going to be on the stage to perform today. But there's only one main performer, and that's everybody here.
All right, cool. So that was the Connect event at Jameson. On to the next. All right, cool. So next update is my boss, really cool guy from Kenya, moved to Ghana to become the Chief Marketing Officer here at Jumia in Ghana as the Chief Marketing Officer in Ghana. And he did an amazing job turning the business around in a little over a year. but he decided to leave, and now he is working for a startup in stealth mode, so nobody knows where he works right now. He hasn't told anybody as of yet, but apparently he'll be telling us soon. But in any case, he left, and he did 2 going away parties. The first was actually one at his friend's apartment building. The friend is managing the building, and it's actually a really nice building. We went up to the rooftop. They have a bar up there, so he had some food, he had some drinks. We played Never Have I Ever, the card game. Not sure if you've ever played Never Have I Ever, the card game, but it's an interesting game. It's not just the regular Never Have I Ever take a sip. It's more like there are like cards with it. They make people say what they've done. They make it more fun than just the regular Never Have I Ever. So anyway, we played that. It's really revealing. We had some colleagues there from work. We also had some clients there and some of his friends. So really good event, lots of fun. We ended up playing Taboo. 7 rounds of Taboo. Our team won. I mean, it was an intense game of Taboo. If you guys have ever played Taboo, it doesn't matter where you play it. I used to play it all the time in the US. When you play it here, it's just as intense, but it was really fun. The group that we had was really, really good, and we won by 1 point. And so I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of like what the building looked like, and then the excitement that we had after we won. So check that out. All right, so my boss is going away. Now I'm going up to his going away party, so let's see it. Okay, so the walk here, and then walk up the steps to the roof. I presume this is it. This is a nice rooftop. All right, cool. So that was the first going away party. As you can see, we got really excited that we won. And then after that, that next week, my boss had a formal going away party with some of my coworkers. So we're at a place called Coco Vanilla Lounge or Lux Lounge. Anyway, it's at ANC Mall. It's a really nice spot. It's unassuming. You never know it's there. Most people go to ANC Mall, not ANC Lounge. Most people go to ANC Mall for honeysuckle. I go there for my favorite vegan restaurant, Mahogany, that's upstairs. But there's also this place called Coco Vanilla Lounge with a pool and seating around it, really nice lighting and ambiance. And so we did the going away party there. So let me show it to you guys so you guys can check it out. All right, guys, so tonight is my boss's going away party, and we're going to a place called Coco Vanilla Lounge at the ANC Mall. They got a really nice atmosphere, dope music, nice, good lighting, and they have a pool back there. They even have some private cabanas. So we're gonna go over there, let's check it out.
You lie.
Huh?
May you lie. May you lie in your own bed.
May you lie in your own bed.
Indeed. That sounds like a Nigerian toast. And if you drink, yeah?
If you drink,
May you drink with me.
may you drink with me.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, cheers.
Charles above the belly.
Above the belly, below the waist, and all things go in between.
Yes, yes.
Swagara baga. You know the guys.
All right, cool. So that was the second going away party. On to the next. Okay, cool. So next update is I went to a new restaurant and bar. It's actually a really cool place. Really nice for like, if you want to be out in the cut, away from like large populations of people. They have great music. The DJ will definitely play music based on your responses and your reactions. So they play intercontinental music, they play music from the continent, Afro beats, they play hip hop, whatever is your taste, the DJ will play it, and he takes requests. But the place is called Bella Afrik. The food I hear is pretty good. I didn't have food, I just went for the ambiance. But I'm gonna show you guys the menu. You guys can get a chance to see kind of how it is and what it's like. But it's a really dope spot, so check it out. All right, cool. So that was Bella Afrik. On to the next. All right, and my last and final update, which you actually saw in the description. I quit my job at Jumia. I did. It's over. I'm no longer working at Jumia. So it was an entire year, 1 full year, full time there. Stayed on as a contractor for an additional month, but I quit my job at Jumia. It was a really great learning experience. I met a lot of really interesting people in Ghana and also around the continent. I learned a lot more about how business is run around the continent, and I learned a lot more about even just how brands are spending money on the continent, how advertising is done. So for me, it was a really, really fulfilling experience, also a really great learning experience, but it was time to go. So, you know, one experience of mine that was indicative of kind of what the year was like, I recorded a video back in October of 2021 where I kind of expressed some of my challenges after leaving a meeting. And it's like my emotions are still raw from the meeting, and I really am not feeling how things went. It was right after I got home from that meeting, and so I think it's kind of indicative of many of my experiences while there. And so I just thought maybe I'll just share that with you guys. I mean, I recorded it thinking I was going to keep it to myself. I wasn't even sure when I was leaving the company. I mean, this is more than 6 months later, and but I found the video recently, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. So check it out. Guys, while it's raw and in my mind, and while I'm still a little pissed off about it, I just felt like I should talk to you guys about this, and this may or may not get posted, but I just gotta get it out of my system. So I had a meeting today. I was added to the meeting last minute by some of my colleagues. It was with a major alcohol brand, and a couple of the members of the team, one was a South African. The guy in charge was European. He's a French guy. And you know, there was this kind of condescending nature of the discussion, but it felt like an ambush. And I didn't have enough insider info about what was going on to really understand where we went wrong and things we could have done better, and how we have been underserving this partnership. But just the condescending nature, I couldn't help but think, bro, this is supposed to be a partnership. We're supposed to be working to get things better. I don't like the way that they came at this, and I really felt like, I don't know, there was kind of this imperialistic nature of the discussion that I really didn't like. But I had to keep my mouth shut because I can't endanger our business that we're doing with them, especially if I'm not coming to this discussion with any details of like where our faults are as a business. You know, I'm only focused on the advertising element, which I executed everything that we were supposed to execute. Unfortunately, we didn't even get to that part because 30 minutes of our discussion was spent berating us and telling us how horrible of a job we've been doing. even though we've been hitting all the goals that they set forth. I just couldn't help but think, like, I'm sitting in this discussion and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I even in this discussion? Why am I even a part of this? Like, this to me is not where I plan to spend my time and what I plan to be a part of when I came here. You know, when I came to the continent, I came here to be doing good for startups. I came here to be doing more for businesses here and seeing them grow and being a part of that, and even growing myself and learning from the businesses here on the continent. And just having that symbiotic relationship of growing and learning together. You know, I bust my every single day to very little results, and it's really frustrating to me, as you can see. So listen, guys, I just had to get that off my chest. You know, it's a very, very short amount of time before I'm leaving this company. I can't tell you when that's gonna be, but when it does happen, I will tell you that it will be a great relief to do so.
All right, so you guys got a chance to get an idea of what it was like for me when I dealt with some of my frustrations within the organization. That's not completely and totally why I left. I did go and move on to a really great opportunity. I'm working at Freestar. I'm the Vice President of Business Development, Demand, and Africa Expansion. So what that means is that I'm responsible for helping build demand on their exchange. I'm also responsible for working on the data strategy. And then, of course, I'm working on expanding their footprint into Africa. We've already had a number of meetings so far with big African companies, and I'm really looking forward to really bringing the value of this organization to Africa. But even with all that said, it is going to be bittersweet leaving Jumia. I met a lot of great people, and I'm really looking forward to keeping those friendships and keeping an open line of communication with many of them. Hopefully I get to work with some of them further down the line. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Always, if you like this content, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time a new video comes out. Make sure you share this with your friends. Anybody who's planning to move to the continent or visit, you should definitely share this with them. So thanks, guys. See you all in the next video.